Hey YouTube, what's good? It is another week ahead. I'm about to go out for a few hours and align with desired outcomes. I don't think I'll bring y'all along today because it's pretty much the same thing most days. We got glorious sunshine today, as you can see, and today is just doing Uber deliveries, spending some time with the family, and then I'm gonna come back home and do a quick reset on my space for the week. It is Christmas week, so I also have my own little rituals and traditions as a solo girly that I will be sharing with you all outside of family time. And yeah, that's just the jam for right now. I attended a very nice birthday celebration last night for a girlfriend. I met her uh, the same weekend that I moved back downtown Calgary through a mutual friend at an event that we went to, and we just clicked. And we've been trying to coordinate and hang out for the longest time, but scheduling and at the time of the year, things are busy for people, so you have to be forgiving of that as well. So yeah, I got invited to the birthday celebration. It was gorgeous. It was at the Sky 360 restaurant at the Calgary Tower. Um, I went in with low expectations or no expectations of what the food would be like. Let me just move this over a bit because I'm getting the shadow. Maybe it'll come this way. Yeah, I went in with no expectations because I heard mixed things about the food there, but it was a pleasant surprise. I had the best Caesar salad that I've ever had in life. And I had the steak with mashed potatoes and vegetables. And because it was a large party, they gave us a fixed menu, but there was still a good variety on the fixed menu. So yeah, it was a nice time. Her gown was gorgeous. The cake was amazing. The cake was artistry. If you want to see, I have posted some stuff over on my Instagram stories. But yeah, I really enjoyed the night. And coming up to the end of the year, I'm going to be doing things like my vision board, so I will show you guys a bit of how I put that together. I'm not making an entirely new vision board for 2026 because the things that I have on my board for this year, 2025, are things that I want to carry into 2026. So I'll just be making some minor tweaks to it, but I'll show you guys my process and how I have it set up. Oh yeah, and I had entered let me turn on my thing here. Ooh, I don't get this button pressing stuff, yeah? Okay, it's on. So I had entered a Christmas tree decorating competition that my building was running. And I don't know how many people were interested or actually did it, but I didn't win. It was just a $50 gift card, but it still would have been something to have a little fun with. But yeah, I didn't win this year, but I will be in full force next year. I'll buy a couple additional, this is a cake from last night. I'll buy a couple additional decorations for my tree, maybe do a little theme or something, and throw my hat in the ring again for 2026. I hope they up the price next. I hope they up the price for 2026 because $50, come on now, should be at least $100. Should I use toast? No, I'm just gonna have the cake. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about how I'm handling things like birthdays and celebrations now that I am focusing on financial stability. And starting next year, I'm going to put aside a small amount from each paycheck towards birthday celebrations and gifts like that. I'm going to put a set amount, and then depending on what the person is doing, if I can do it, I will. And if I can't partake in like a dinner or whatever, then I would send a gift according to the amount that I have put aside. So yeah, that's how I'm going to be handling things like birthdays, because birthdays always come up. And for me, the bulk of my birthday celebrations start from September straight through till February. That's a lot. And those months are hard months to be celebrating everybody in a big, big way. So for right now, since I didn't have that plan in place for this year, what I'm doing is I'm choosing parts of being there for people's celebrations. So if somebody's doing a dinner and they're going for drinks, then I would say, okay, depending on how many birthdays I have in that month or week or whatever as well, I would say, okay, well, I can't join you for dinner, but I can join you for drinks for one person. And then for the next person, I will probably join you for dinner. And it also depends on how much notice I get, because I'm not moving on impulse anymore. So if I get enough notice and I'm able to be prepared for the rest of the birthdays throughout the rest of this year, then I will base my participation in the celebration on that. Yeah, because even though I'm on this journey, I still have to celebrate the people who are around me, because they're the people who support me the most. They're there for my highs and they're there for my lows. And you can't just say no to everybody and everything. So you gotta move, or I'm choosing to operate in a way that aligns with what I'm trying to achieve as well. So yeah, I just wanted to, this cake is amazing. Wow. And each of us got, the cake was covered in these flowers. They're edible, by the way. I think they're wafers. Spray painted wafers. So creative, so artistic. This cake is really good. This is red velvet cake. All right, let me go and finish getting ready so that I can make most of my time out on the road. All right, hey y'all. I'm checking in because I just got my very first courier. What is going on here with my coat and my bag? I just got my very first courier order. So I did 8 pickups and no, 8 orders, and I have to do 8 drop-offs. So this is like a reservation that you can pick up in Uber. And yeah, they tell you when you have to pick up by and when you have to be done delivering by. So I'm couriering, guys. Hey YouTube, welcome back to Vlogmas. I had an interesting night last night doing Uber Eats deliveries. And things are getting interesting with Uber Eats deliveries for me overall, because I think a day or two before I did my first courier run. So I was delivering packages and that went pretty well. So I hope I get a few more of those offers, because it's a big chunk of money in one go, and all of your trips are reserved for you. So after you finish your trips on that reservation, then you get your cash out. But yeah, last night was interesting. It started out rough. My first run was a grocery shop and delivery from Walmart. I had a little bit of difficulty finding some of the items that were on the customer's list, and when I did and I went to check out, something came over the PA system saying that our debit and credit system is down, we're only accepting cash. And I said to myself, well, look where we are in 2025. So anyhow, everybody in the line now vex, because these days people aren't walking with cash. But it was a good lesson for me personally, because going forward, I'm going to be walking with a certain amount of cash on me at all times, just in case. but that was definitely a big hold up. Eventually my order got canceled and I moved on to the next delivery. Things went a bit smoother from there because I'm getting more experience now in not having to feel like I need to pick up every single delivery that I'm offered. I'm beginning to now pay attention to the delivery area and pickup area so that if it doesn't work for me, depending on how I feel, if I'm tired or whatever, then I know, okay, well, that's too far out for me to go from home base. There's the area that I want to stay in type thing. So from that standpoint, I'm getting more experience. So the rest of the night went pretty smoothly. I did have a first. I went to the Sutina Reserve here in Calgary. I've always passed by on the highway, but I've never gone into the reserve. But last night I got an order that required me to go into the reserve. When I got off of the main road, it took me an additional 10 to 12 minutes to actually drive to the reserve area. And when I was out there, I was observing what it's like there. It's very dark and the homes are very, very spread out. I was just praying all the way in because, as I told you guys, my car is not all-wheel drive. So when I go out like this and it's winter, I really pray that the road conditions are good enough for me and my team Lizzie to get through whatever is out there. I also do not have AAA in case, you know, I blow a tire or the battery stops working or whatever. So I was just praying all the way, Lord, don't let nothing happen to me out here because it's extremely dark. It will be a while before anybody comes by. I think for the time that I was out there, I only saw one other vehicle beside mine. And then what made it even more spooky was that the customer said, I'll blink the lights. I was like, what? So anyhow, I did that delivery and I had a goal last night. Every time I go, I set a goal because I'm no longer in the business of hustling. And I reframed that in my mind earlier this year because to me, hustling denotes that we are over-functioning and overstretching ourselves, and I'm no longer in the business of doing that. So I am very intentional about anything that I take on going forward. I set a goal. Once I reach that, I'm done because we only have 24 hours in a day and I have other things to do in my day and I'm not going to take it up in the name of hustling. So I know reframe it as aligning with desired outcomes, and it has helped because I find when I use the words hustle or struggle, it already sets the energy of exhaustion and tiredness. Whereas since I've been saying I'm aligning with desired outcomes, I don't get that feeling of exhaustion and tiredness, and I'm able to push through and complete whatever task it is to suit the goal that I have set. So yeah, I had my goal set last night, and even though I didn't want to be out on the road as long as I was, I stayed out until I reached that dollar amount goal for last night. I made it. Another order came in and I canceled it because I was done. I came home and I got my rest. So yeah, that was last night's adventure doing Uber deliveries. Today I'm here on the job. It is 2 days before Christmas, so things are quiet. Just here having some tea. I noticed that the sun was up a little bit earlier. Earlier. It was up before 8 today. So I'm gonna keep monitoring it and see, and see how it goes in the coming week, because it said Sunday gone was the shortest day of the year and we should start getting back daylight little by little from now into spring. So I'm gonna keep monitoring it. I did also book myself into a hot yoga class yesterday, and that was for about an hour. I was talking with a friend of mine earlier in the day, and she mentioned that she was going to be finishing up her last virtual workout class for the year, and it inspired me to commit to giving myself an hour out of last night because I haven't been doing it, and I've been feeling it in my body these last couple of weeks, feeling stiff and achy. Hot yoga is something that I took on, I think, last summer when I moved out of the city, and it really is beneficial for me in terms of the stretching, the mobility, and yeah, so I committed to giving myself an hour of self-care and wellness yesterday, and it went well. I did my class, came back, tidied up, and headed out on the road. So that was yesterday. But today I'm gonna finish up work a bit earlier because I'm going to donate blood plasma. This is something that I also started doing over the summer just to make a bit of extra coin. Again, nothing huge, but every little bit helps. So I've been doing it consistently since summer, and I'm going to go there today. They do have a program where they compensate you for your donation. I can't remember what tier I'm on right now. But yeah, when I go today, I will make at least 30 or 60 bucks depending on how much I'm able to donate today. So doing that requires that you have to keep a few things in check, because every time you go, they check your blood for protein and iron levels. So in preparation for that today, I'm boiling some eggs for breakfast, and then around lunchtime, I'm going to have some chicken and some spinach, and I'm going to sprinkle some lemon over the spinach to increase the absorption of iron in my body. And the eggs and the chicken will take care of the protein. I'm also going to eat some sardines. It's going to be a stinky day. I'm going to eat some sardines, and then I also have my iron supplement that I take. So yeah, that's how I'll be eating today. So you have to be well hydrated. You have to have your protein and iron at certain levels. I can't remember what the criteria are for protein and iron, but those three things, if you're going to donate, you have to have those in check. So yeah, that will be I think that will take about an hour and a half the most. I'm not sure I'm going to go back out doing Uber Eats today because I am quite tired, but homegirl's got things to do. The end of the month is coming up, so you know what's happening at the top of the month, the next month. So yeah, and it's also Christmas week. There are a few things that I want to do for myself. I have a Christmas shopping list that I would like to get some things off of before Christmas and Boxing Day. So after I leave that appointment, I'll play it by ear. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I also was looking around and comparing membership prices for different yoga studios in my area. There are so many around the downtown area. But then there is also ClassPass, and ClassPass is about $70 a month, and you can choose to go to different studios, and you can book more than once, and that works out a heck of a lot cheaper than all of the yoga studios that I've been looking at so far in the area. Right now, I am on a month of a trial for $5, so I've started using it. I got 29 credits to use for the month, booking different classes. And so I'm going to work with that, and then I'm going to see how I can build into my budget for the $70 a month, because everybody else is charging over $100 a month. Some people are charging $70 bi-weekly. It's just a lot. And knowing myself a lot better now and knowing how I need to change up my environment and my routines a bit, I think that having the ability to attend different studios depending on how I feel is that's stellar. So yeah, I'm seriously considering picking up that in the new year. And the good thing about my promotion toward the end of this year is that I have a health spending account and a wellness spending account. So I think that will qualify for reimbursement under those two flex spending accounts. So slowly but surely, I'm paying attention. I'm getting clarity, maintaining clarity in my routines and my goals, and setting my intentions accordingly, being disciplined. And slowly but surely, I'm starting to feel bits of ease in my life, which I'm so grateful for. Everything is not perfect, but there are perfect moments. So, yeah, if you are looking to explore different fitness avenues, I have a link that will give you a free trial of ClassPass. And then if you sign up, then there is discounts and other incentives for both you and myself if you use my link. So I'll be sure to include that in the description box below so you can check it out and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. I would greatly appreciate if you would use my link. It does help me. Yeah, it does help me bring more content to you if I'm able to do these things on a cost-effective basis. Yeah, so I've also set up a new site. I used to use Milkshake before years ago, but I don't know what happened that it fell off and I went back to Linktree. And I find Milkshake way more aesthetically pleasing and functional than Linktree. So I've switched my Instagram bio links to Milkshake, and I have a beautiful, minimalist, chic website linked in my bio on Instagram. It has a about me section. It has all of my links for anything that I create and enjoy. And then it has my Amazon storefront as well. So you can find all things me via that link over there. I'm gonna get back here and do some work, and I will check in with you guys later on. Hey y'all, just arrived to the blood plasma donation center. I won't be able to use my phone too much in there, but I'll try to give y'all a sense of what goes on and what the process is like. My donations have gotten quicker over time. I think it's because I know what to eat and what to do when I come so that I get the maximum output in a quick space of time. So my appointments went from like an hour and a half to 45 minutes. I can donate my blood plasma in. So I will be here for at least 45 minutes. So let's go. Hey y'all, today is Christmas Eve. I am just chilling in my space. I'm enjoying the first Christmas in my dream apartment. I started the day off a bit later today. Just doing some DIY beautification. I did my nails over, and I'm about to grab a late breakfast. I think I might actually order in something, and from here I'm gonna do a quick reset of my apartment, and then I want to get into some baking. I'm feeling in the mood for cookies lately, and I bought some of the is it Pillsbury, I believe. I bought some of the cookie dough from the supermarket ready done, so I'll just have to put those on a sheet and throw them in the oven. And I got lots of hot chocolate here, so once the place is all tidied up and I set the mood and the vibe and stuff, then I'll be able to just start soaking in this first Christmas in my dream apartment. But I hope the day is going well for you guys. I hope you're all prepared for Christmas. This year, me and my family decided that we're just gonna do gifts for the kids and maybe for the adults. If you can, we would just do like gift cards towards essential things because in this economic climate, I feel like the best gifts are for things that are costing us the most these days. So yeah, that's what we're going with for this Christmas. I'll be spending the actual Christmas day with my family, but the other days I'm gonna be here soaking up my solo girly city Christmas. So you can see how it's looking outside the windows there. I have very little visibility. That's because it's been snowing for the last few hours and it's expected to snow for the majority of today. So we're gonna have a white Christmas this year, it looks like. And I didn't get to check back in yesterday evening after my blood plasma donation visit. But this time I bruised. Normally I don't bruise at the injection site, but this time I got a pretty significant bruise on my arm. I can't show you right now because I'm wearing the long sleeve. But I did notice a significant amount of pain when they were inserting the needle compared to previous times. It doesn't normally hurt that much, but this time it was really like jabbing me. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but yeah, it's left a bruise. So we'll see how that goes. They usually ask you every visit if you bruised last time, so I gotta try to remember when I go back next time to report that. But yeah, the visit itself went pretty well. I got my usual amount of donation or units, however they measure it. So yeah, I'll try to go back. You can donate every 48 hours. So some people go multiple times a week. I think at least twice or three times a week, if that works out to that. But I don't go that often right now. I go often enough to just maintain my tier status with them. So yeah, that was a blood plasma donation, and I'm looking forward in the next couple days to receiving the photos that I got printed to update my vision board. So when I get those and I'm about to start that process, I'll definitely come back on and show you guys how that is looking and how I do mine. And I was on social media recently, and someone also gave another great idea, which is a prayer board. So they use different envelopes with different labels of different parts of their life, and they use sticky notes and put the specific prayers that they have for that part of their life into the envelopes. And then there's one particular envelope that has prayers answered. So when each prayer is answered, you then put it in that envelope for the end of the year. And I thought that was a really neat idea. I'm also gathering ideas for my birthday. I have a 42nd birthday coming up at the top of February. If I want to celebrate, I probably will have to do something the weekend before, which would be the end of January. So that makes it exactly or just about a month I have to finalize plans if I do decide to do anything. I'm just gathering ideas right now, but I don't really like, I haven't finalized in my mind what it is that I would want to do. So we'll see what I come up with. For sure, a cake is always involved. I must have a cake. If nothing else, a cake has to be involved. So I'm just deciding on a cake design, and then I have to see who I'm going to get to do the cake. Yeah, this year I had wanted to do a photo shoot, but it was becoming very expensive, so I didn't bother to do that. I ended up just doing the cake with my family, and then a friend of mine at the last minute, we decided, or they decided to treat me to a night out, and I had the time of my life. That person is no longer in the picture, which makes me very sad. Um, and unfortunately, it makes me probably have mixed feelings about this birthday because I know I had the time of my life with them this year, and now like we don't even talk. So yeah, I am trying to move past that. I'm trying to accept that and move toward making new memories. I have been doing a lot of inner work this year, and part of that inner work is actually putting what I have done into practice and showing myself different experiences so that my nerves and my emotions can evolve into better. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So I was here thinking about ordering in, but what I'm gonna order, I can make here quickly. I wanted chicken and waffles. I have chicken already prepared. I just have to make a simple batter for the waffles. I have a waffle maker, so there's no excuse for me to be ordering out. Okay, here's my homemade chicken and waffles. I bet it's gonna go down better than anything I could have ordered from outside. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today is Boxing Day. I hope everybody had a very good day with their families, friends, etc. for Christmas Day. I'm just here finishing up my breakfast and, excuse me, watching the snow float. It's floating slowly today. Slowly float down to the ground. It's very pretty looking out here at that. What's on the itinerary for me today? Well, I'm about to get ready and head out to my hot hips yoga class. It's a hip opener class, and if you know, or you may not know, hip opening is important in releasing stress and stored trauma and stored emotions, etc. So I am working on opening my hips. And I also am doing it for the added benefits of flexibility and mobility as I get older, becoming a lady of a certain age. Yeah, as Christmas winds up and the new year comes into focus, I am starting to plan what I'm doing for my upcoming birthday. It is at the top of February, but this year it falls in the week. So I'm thinking I'm going to, if I do anything, it will be done the weekend before. So that's the end of January. So I have just over a month to finalize what I'm going to be doing and start letting people know to save the date at least. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm going to start working on my vision board. I mentioned that a couple clips before. So those are two things that are on my mind. I still have not gotten to reset my apartment. So I'm going to try to do that today. Like, I got my makeup brushes to clean. I got to tidy up the sink. I like to start a new year with clean sheets, so I'll do that later in this coming week. Just do some vacuuming, the areas that don't get touched. Like when you do light cleaning, I want to get into that today and into the coming week as well. So yeah, that's about it. It's also peak time for doing Uber Eats and DoorDash deliveries. So I do have some plans to get out in between all the other things and make some moolah, as it may be for this season. But yeah, I'll bring you guys along as I go through those tasks. But yeah, other than that, life is quiet over here, quiet and cozy. I'm enjoying my first Christmas in my new place so far. And I'm looking forward to New Year's Eve. I do have plans to attend church with some friends and acquaintances, so I'll bring you guys along for that as well. And I'm feeling like dressing up for church this year. I want to welcome a new year, bright and jubilant and vibrant, and just expectant for all good things that are to come in the new year. So I feel like putting on a fit, throwing a fit for New Year's Eve church service. So I'll let you guys see that as well. Okay, so a habit that I have coming up to the end of the year and coming up to my birthday, as much as I enjoy and use social media, I lessen my appearance and my time on it, because the end of the year, beginning of the year is when people are all over social media with their own thoughts and their own ideas and their own wants and wishes for the upcoming new year, you know, just dumping everything on there. And I just don't want to be influenced or overly influenced by any of it. I want to make my decisions and resolutions as they may be based on how my personal year went and the lessons that I learned. Because people are very influential and they can be very, very persuasive on there. So I just try to, you know, monitor and measure my time that I spend on there around this time of the year.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer. Night breezes seem to whisper that you. Dream a little dream of me. Now, darling, but I love you. Still crave your kiss. Dream a little dreamer.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the vlog. Today is about discipline because motivation is definitely not there today. I really do not want to go and do this Uber Eats run, but for what it's worth, I must. I set a goal, so I'm going to go out and work toward that goal. But today is definitely about discipline and not motivation. I'm feeling so tired today. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, how I'm managing it is to stack it with other things that I have to do. I have a couple errands to run this evening, so I have put those errands around doing the Uber Eats run. One of those is a hot yoga class. That will be the end to my day. I'm doing a reset class. And then before that, I have to go pick up some stuff from the mall. So here we go. All right, y'all. Let's finish off this day. Tonight was a slow night for Uber. And quite frankly, right now my nerves are feeling kind of frazzled. So I'm gonna go enjoy this yoga reset class now. Last hour of my day.